So, what's Alpha Team? Alpha Team was a video game that LEGO made in the year 2000. Yep, it didn't start as a LEGO theme, it starts a video game. Only in the year 2001, that's when it started turning it into a LEGO theme. It was early 2000s and LEGO, which was a LEGO before they decided to just completely give up and focus only on licenses for the video games. In 2004, they had a sort of a reboot, which made our characters a bit more edgy, with a more 2000s feeling style, which wasn't exactly very good, but I do still like this style more than the early 2000s version. And they actually semi-finished it in the form of a 2005 wave, which it consists only 2 sets, like those 2. Yep, these 2, nothing else. And I'm gonna review both of them at the same time, because why the hell not? So let's start. Both sets consisted only of 2 minifigures, one never seen before, and one being just a reissue from the 2004 wave. So first, set 4770 consists of 2 minifigures, which is this new character named Zed. From what was actually info about him, he's mostly just a special agent. What kind of agent? I don't know, he's just special. I mean, other characters had a specialized symbol that reflect that they're like a part of the team. So I guess his special thing is that he's different. I mean, it's not exactly that different. I mean, he just has very similar torso printing, except like, I don't know, being more inverted with a more metallic, as well as a very similar logo. Okay, I better stop repeating myself because I'm not Nintendo, so I'm not gonna be repeating myself unless content is so good that otherwise it's gonna be really forgiven. Alright, I'm gonna go off track. Well, also, yeah, I saw the other guy just being again a reissue from 2004 wave. So nothing really interesting about it, except if you like never seen 2004 Alpha Team, then you're probably gonna be surprised by what kind of parts it uses. It uses the old LEGO system era space helmet, as well as the old school scary skull head, which is very very interesting. I mean, it's supposed to be robots, so I mean, again, I like them. I especially like Zed. I mean, he's not exactly very expensive. He's pretty easy to get, but I still think he's very special. Especially my favorite thing, the hairprint. I mean, yeah, it's weird. Like, what the hell is this even? But like, I'm a fan because it looks very unique, very fun, and I especially miss the old gradient that LEGO used to make. Like, his hair looks pretty cool with this blue fading into the black. To me, it looks more iconic LEGO than the modern LEGO or the classic smiley faces that everyone loves. And I'm not exactly a big fan. I like more detail, but not too much detail. Alright, next, set 4774 consists of another 2 minifigures. A reissue from 2004 being Agent Flex, went from a big smile to another slightly smaller smile to just smile that's just a no mouth smile that's so big that it could probably swallow an orange or something. And also this other guy who's also exclusive to their own set, this super ice drone. He's not exactly very interesting looking. I mean, he's more a very slightly modified version of this guy, but I really like his head because he has this nice little detail like this small half tone this I call it half tone because it's like a comic book style shading that's like a imitate gradient, and I really like it. It looks very stylish, you could say. Again, it's not much really to say about this guy, but he is stupidly expensive. Like, holy macaroni, wow, why so much money? But then when you think about it, it does make sense, because this guy, again, is very hard. Those sets are very hard to find. I mean, barely anyone even knows about 2005 line. I'm like the first person who reviews this set. I mean, yeah, I can find like instructions on YouTube, but like, I'm the first one who actually review both of those sets. Like, no, barely anyone even cares about it. I mean, probably because it's like a 2000s Lego, so no one gives a crap and considers old Lego to be crappy unless it's like a nostalgia 80s, 90s. While every 2000s being mostly just forgotten, except it's a Bionicle, which honestly, personal thing, I don't like Bionicle that much. I mean, I don't like Ninjago as that much as well, but I mean, I still consider it slightly better than Bionicle. Please don't leave a comment if you have a different opinion. I like to hear your comments. I like to hear your opinions as well. So what I mean, they're both exclusive to the 2005 sets, but I like him. He looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, none of the characters have a back printing, which kinda sucks because, for example, this guy, I really should be something on the back since this character is supposed to have like a split like two-face, you know, like one side being this, one side being that, and here being nothing kinda looks pretty dumb. And similar to him, no back printing, kinda shame. But I like both of them. They're both very metallic for some reason. Kinda makes it like a shiny equals rare. Don't you know? Don't you think? I don't know. That's what I think. And I like that. I like shiny things. Like Lego hates chrome, I like chrome. And this one has shiny metallic printing, and it's still done to this day. And I'm actually happy for it. I mean, it's better than having metallic gold. I mean, you all know metallic gold. You scratch a little bit and then it's gone. Alright, and let's move on. Alright, no more screen now. Time to review the actual part of the actual sets. This time, the mini builds. Because those goes as well with Lego sets as much as making money. So let's go. Set 4770 had this mini bag thing, which I have no idea what it's supposed to be. I mean, all we know is that you put a minifigure on this, and then it also carries this specialized orb, which I mean, not much really takes to have really say anything about it, because I explained it in a previous video. So I'm just gonna move on to the vehicle itself. I mean, cool, I guess. It's a bug. There's like no controls. I guess these two stats could be like controls. I mean, there probably was like something explained in the comic that they did in the magazines back then, which was USA exclusive because we Europeans had a stupid a leader of the Alpha team just when he was frozen had this thing in the suit that was just immediately, hey, we fail with this thing, everything is back to normal, instead of having this actual final battle this 2005 wave supposed to be. But I mean, like you could see, you could put this orb here, carry it around so that you could like leave it here, and then this connection, so that you could leave it here, and then activate it and freeze. Set 4774 has a kite. The most interesting about it is, I mean, one, it's brick built, and two, it uses colors. It uses parts that exclusive in this set to be in that specific color. Mostly those sand blue parts, because 2005 is mostly a year for terrible decisions, as well as Lego making multiple sets that has some part that's exclusively in one color, to be then never seen in that color ever again. I mean, the colors still exist, but what I mean is that the part, that specific part, is in a color that there was never seen before. As like those parts when I've seen in the sand blue. Oh, English isn't very good to know. Oh, I mean, you probably know what I mean, right? I mean, I hope so. Again, no much to say. I mean, hey, it's fun to play around. Cool. I swear, this is gonna break someday. Finally, the main attraction, the actual set. Starting off, set 4770 Blizzard Blaster. Let's gear it up with the main character. And there you go. So transformation, 3, 2, 1, let's go! And with that, Blizzard Blaster turned into Ice Shark. Well, as of the gimmicks, it can still move this. It can also shoot. I'm not gonna shoot again. I don't wanna lose it. It's pretty much just a robot in a funny pose, and that's about it. But I mean, hey, it's not that bad. I like the idea. I kinda miss this theme. Damn, so many colors. Okay, now giant enemy, Scorpion. And you can tell, this is the enemy of the other guy because red versus blue. I mean, if you watch enough anime and read enough manga, then you probably could tell what the colors, as the two colors being different, red versus blue. Well, it's actually still pretty cool. I especially dig the dark color, as the dark red looks honestly much better than bright red for the enemy, since, well, dark colors usually look cooler for the enemy. Again, the part, it's much simpler in the build. As like you know, like you can even tell it uses old bionicle parts here and here, but still it somehow managed to look better than the other one, since the shape is still more refined. There's a bit more posability, since I mean, with the other guy you couldn't even move the legs pretty much, unless you wanted to use for like animation. So I don't know exactly how it's supposed to even move in the comic. I mean, again, I haven't actually seen the comic. There's like a single page of it, and that's about it on the internet. So I don't know where would I even get that. I mean, I don't know. I'll probably just buy it, but I mean, I bought these quite some time ago, so I'm not gonna try to waste all of my money that I have left to try and get something else. I'm not exactly very rich for a person, unfortunately. But this one also has a similar shooting gimmick with these right here. I mean, its name is Scorpion Orb Launcher, so I mean, what else did you expect to shoot? Its own claw? But then where the orbs will be? So you take one orb, you take one orb and you take one orb and you take it up, and then you prepare to shoot it with and how it works like this. And I'm not going to shoot it at the wall. These balls are fragile, and I'm the one that lose any of those part pieces. Alright, let's move on. And here's something that actually shook me. Scorpion Orb Launcher turned into Viper Escape. I hate this. It can easily collapse. Like, it's so fragile because it's connected by a single hinge joint that isn't exactly that big. It's those two tiny hinge joints, so it can easily collapse. And yeah, it's also just that now it looks like a giant Naga from like Lego Ninjago 2012 or something like that. And not really bury anything. I mean, hey, you don't need to shoot anything with this in this anymore. So hey, that's pretty cool, I guess. Now, because both the sets are together, here's how it looks. Pretty crazy if you ask me. So now it's time to review the instructions. So first, set 4770 Blizzard Blaster instructions. Well, they are much bigger than the other one, because well, this is supposed to be a larger set. It has more parts if you're looking up on Bricklink. And also, interestingly, it's slightly different than the other one, as like there's this orange around this all blue, so it looks kind of like a sunset. Kind of fits this video's color scheme, if you ask me. Although might just be me. It's kind of also confusing in some parts in how it's supposed to be built. But after it's done, there's really not much. It shows you just how to like pose it ready to action, as well as this how to transform, which is like very simple, like I already said. They also like reuse the renders from the 2004 theme. It looks kind of weird now, instead of being all blue now it's just all this matrix green. I don't know, it looks pretty weird to me. And also here it actually shows that Blizzard Blaster becomes Ice Shark. Pretty cool. and then this one has less of instructions, but it's pretty much the same as the other one. But also kind of surprising since even though it's a bad guy's vehicle, it also has its own alpha mode, which is that's how they call the alternate mode for those vehicle Alpha Team 2004 vehicles. I mean, the 2004 theme didn't have much of a vehicles for the bad guys. There was like only like one for like a part of the set against two vehicles fighting against each other, and a base for the bad guy. So, and this is like the third one. I mean, also I guess you can say this mini bug. So I guess they kind of make equal. Not really, since I mean one of the vehicles from the bad guy for that giant lair was just a main bad guy's escape route, and that's about it. And here on a larger scale, this not that bad looking 3D render of the set. I mean, it looks much better than the modern Lego with all this crappy light effect modern renders have. And he also here says Scorpion Orb Launcher and Viper Escape, which I guess is supposed to be some kind of this robot is like it's escaping, has a like escape route or something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen that last comic, so probably it was just, oh no, I had to transform because that's part of the set, and there's not much actual clever storytelling with it probably. And again, that's Lego. Lego barely never had actual good stories except I guess Bionicle and maybe Ninjago. I don't know, Ninjago lost kind of creativity after like 2016 with like barely having any unique except like Power Rangers, except the same cast. So also both these sets have quite a few alternate builds on the back, and here's how they basically look like. A funny robot, a walking octopus, a mini scorpion anti-orb launcher, a snake, a flying jet thing,
the giant enemy spider,
another robot, a raptor, hey, I wanna be in Bionicle too, an octopus that I don't know how even supposed to be moving, is it some kind of flying object? And so, that concludes my Lego Alpha Team set 4770 and 4774 set reviews. So, what do I think about these sets? Well, I like the execution. Those sets are very unique and special, like this guy, special in their own way. I mean, yeah, they're very fragile, like with some of the pieces are like about to collapse and break for some reason, even though, I mean, I bought them used, of course, because I'm poor, very poor, but I'd say money well spent. I mean, there are so many unique sets in unique part colors, if you know what I mean, that the Lego doesn't do anymore. I mean, this set has so much dark blue that I kind of fell in love with it. Like, it's very iconic for that theme. I mean, yeah, they did later with the Lego Agents, but it doesn't have the same feeling for me. Like this, like I want more like these, like this more unique shades of blue instead of just blue and dark blue. Here having being sand blue and dark blue. Like, it's really cool. Hell, I even think it's actually much better color scheme than 2004 Lego Alpha Team, that one that uses more sand blue, black, and dark blue. Like, more of those shades of blue, and it looks honestly pretty cool. Kind of like looks like a very stylish animation could even be like less black and more dark blue and less black. Like, I'd say again that's pretty cool, especially and even this vehicle. Like I like the minifigures, like very unique and rare feeling. Yet barely anyone even talks about them. Like even people who were nostalgic to Alpha Team, barely I never heard of anyone even talking or even knowing about 2005 Wave. Like. There was apparently even a competition on who won, yet to this day we still don't know. I mean, I did make a post with those sets like a while ago, I don't know if you guys ever seen, but Lego did reply to them, which I guess was supposed to be because they plan to like revive them with any other sets, which, nah, they don't want to. I mean, I would like to see them again back, but not as like a new set. I kinda prefer if Lego just acknowledge that these sets exist and then make like some kinda mini game with it. I mean, have all the unity on these projects there. How about we try to bring some of those forgotten Lego sets from 2000s into there in some kind of short game or something? Like, stop making another Ninjago, stop making another city, stop making another Star Wars. Like, I'm fed up with all these boring, uninteresting stuff. Like, we have so much Ninjago and city in Star Wars. We don't need any more. Lego is about being creativity, not about your favorite license into Lego. Like, yes, I mean, I like Sonic and I'm glad he's in Lego, but this, it's just such a waste. Like, don't acknowledge more of this stuff. Not another goddamn Star Wars original trilogy. Yes, I know they're brilliant. I don't care anymore. Please. That's all I want to say. So, these sets, this one, I personally consider this set to be actually much better than this one. I mean, yeah, this one's more clever and more creative, so it uses less parts to create something unique, but it's not like very, stable, and it kind of worries me. Also, the back spines for the mold just kind of just annoy me. So, I'd say this set, I think, gets 9 out of 10. It's not perfect, has some flaws, but it's honestly very much worth to get, especially for a Z minifigure, because he's a cool looking guy. I like to see him in some kind of Lego minigame, like that has something to do with skateboarding or something, because he looks pretty cool. Again, I really like him with that cheesy Z name. Like, it's so 2000s, the Z X's and stuff like that. Kind of funny and goofy, and I like that. And this one, I'd say 8 out of 10. Still rare and special and unique, but also has its own flaws that honestly it doesn't really make me happy about. So I'd say if you wanna get one of those, I'd say just get them both. And try maybe make like a combiner out of them. Like, the back of the instruction of both the sets suggests so many alternate builds that you could probably just think about, hey, how about I combine both these together and create something crazy? I'd say go ahead. But like I said, this one is much better to get in my opinion. It's more fun and adorable, and I like it. And this one, it's more fun to just stand and play, but it's also very fragile and kind of annoying. And this kind of thing really just scares me. Like, I don't want to break it. I want to be more gentle with it. But I still really like it because of the exclusive Sam Blue droid arms. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And also share the video with the others, since I'm more a person that wants to do some a lot of crazy things that are gaming, reviewing, Lego, drawing. Yes, more reviewing than just Lego reviewing, drawing, animation as well. Like, all the crazy stuff that isn't just pointed to this one single thing. If you like the one thing, you could also enjoy another thing. Or if you've done this thing, you can also check other things. You know what I mean? That would be pretty cool. So, a good night, and I hope you have a good day.